Speaking on the 919, your career to the side. Cackalacky style. Cackalacky style. Cackalacky style.
Word. What up, y'all? Welcome to No Fluff TV, place where it's NC first for all of NC's on. I know it's been a minute, but we finally got a serious artist up here ready to talk. He goes by the name of JTM. What's up, man?
What's going on, partner? It's JTM checking in just for the music. I'm just here to, just try to give the people something that they can listen to and, get a vibe for who I am, man.
All right, okay. So let's just, start from the beginning, man. Like, where are you from?
I'm originally from a place called Madison, North Carolina.
Okay.
It's about 30 minutes north of Greensboro.
Okay.
So, I'm born and raised here. I've spent a little bit of time moving here and there, but
Right.
This is my home.
All right, okay. So how was it growing up in Madison? I never heard nobody from Madison. So how is it there?
To the naked eye, it seems like it's not a lot going on, but it's a very small town. Everybody knows everybody,
Right.
You never know where you're going to see your family or something like that. Half the town basically is my family,
Right.
but it comes with its own challenges, like anywhere else. If you know how to navigate and stay out of trouble, you'll be all right. But other than that, man, it's just, we in the country. We them good old country boys.
Right. So you growing up in a small town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the inspiration to do music come from? Who you inspired by?
Really, I have a lot of inspiration to do music just comes from listening to a lot of different genres of music. Even when I was in my early stages of childhood, I did things like piano recitals. I've always played with a couple of different instruments, and then I really grew an affinity for hip hop kind of in probably my adolescent stage, and you start reciting your favorite rappers' verses when they come on the local radio station, and then you progress. And in high school, I was freestyling with the guys, and next thing you know, I found out I was really good at it. So, I started actually constructing my own music after that and thinking that I was going to actually do it as a hip hop artist when I was 19. And from there, it's just slowly progressing as you learn more about music and how to create a product that people can support, and as you learn how to do that for yourself, then, the rest of it is just what it is, man. Now, I might make a song a week at least, and just continue from there to just build and progress upon that.
What instruments did you dibble and dabble with?
I always dibble and dabble with the piano. I sung a little bit. I tried the drums, wasn't that good at it,
Okay. So you good at the piano?
I was actually pretty good at the piano, but I don't know why I dropped it later on in life, man.
Yeah, you need that now, right?
I'm sorry?
I said you would need that right now, right?
Yeah, I would need that right now. I really, and I've actually played around with Fruity Loops before. I've actually made my own beat. I made a beat for pretty much an anthem for my home high school to come out to during basketball season. I would say about 5 years ago. And then I produced the beat, I rapped, and I got somebody from their age range to, come in and feature on the track. So, I mean, it was an interesting experience, but, I think with the proper setting and the proper, I would say cultivation, I could somehow produce music other than making my own beats. A lot of times I work with other producers, but I think I could actually make my own beats and possibly someday even mix and master a couple of things. You never know, man.
Do you think you're versatile as far as what beat you can jump on and really make something?
Oh yeah. To be honest with you, if you listen to my music, if you listen, once you listen to my music, you'll see how versatile I am. I'm never gonna be that guy that's like, okay, I know what type of flow he's gonna use when this beat comes on.
Right.
I have a lot of different subject matter. I have a lot of different beats that I can get on. You never know what flow I'm gonna pull out. To be honest, I don't never know what flow I'm gonna pull out till I hear the music and I just start feeling it. You know what I mean? So I actually believe that my versatility is one of my strong points as an artist.
What's your other strong point that you believe you have?
Flow, vocal projection, cadence, stuff like that. I think those are strong points.
One of the strong points that we all should hear right now is your voice. You know, like people love that raspy voice. You got that, you know what I mean, that like raspy voice. And so like, you know, how do people respond to that when they hear your voice on the track?
To be honest, I'll tell you a funny story about my voice. To be honest with you, whether it was like growing up in high school, it was during those adolescent teenage stages where my voice was changing.
Right.
People actually used to make fun of my voice, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know
because I mean, a little bit, you kind of sound like you got something stuck there, like a piece of like cotton or something. But you know, working for you.
But no, it's funny because they used to pick on my voice, and then next thing you know, I start rapping and they start hearing me record. And one thing I get a lot is, "Hey, man, I like your voice." So it's funny. I went from being picked on about it to it actually being something that makes me stand out. You know,
yeah, that's usually how it works, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is going further, like, you know, growing up, like, did you grow up in a 2-parent household? Like, how was it for you growing up?
I actually grew up in a single parent household. My mom and dad probably split maybe when I was 4. She come back to North Carolina and lived with my grandmother. She later in life was able to purchase her own home. And, you know, I'm very thankful for that because now I pay the rent here, you know. So, you know, but it was a single household. It was I wouldn't say it was tough because, you know, my mom spoiled me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
She definitely spoiled me and made sure I had everything I needed. But of course, I still know that feeling of growing up with just one active, one present parent. You know what I mean? Right. So I still have a lot of friends that I can relate to on that level when they start talking about some of the struggles that can come from a single parent household.
Right. So what kind of kid were you?
I would say fun loving. At the same time, I would say I was kind of wild, but I wasn't the kind of wild where I throw a tantrum in the store, you know, and have my mama whooping me, you know, in the middle of everything. You know, I wasn't wild like that, but I just always had that little wild streak, you know what I'm saying? And it was always been free spirited, creative, loving. And as I get older, I'm still, you know, that same kid, you know, but at the same time, just trying to hone it and harness it in a positive and productive way is, you know, something that really I think is important to do, especially as I get older.
Right. So, like, who were your favorite artists when you were growing up? Like, you know, a lot of times we like who other people like around us, but then we kind of venture off and learn our own, you know, what really appeals to us. So who was those people for you?
To be honest, when I was younger, I'm talking about when you could get the clean version of the CDs younger, it was probably people like Outkast. I remember Project Pat was one of my first CDs, Q-Tip, Freeway. But as I grew older and I started to really pay attention to like the lyricism and the wordplay and the punchlines, some of my favorite artists are probably Saha the Prince, Wale. To be honest, they probably influenced my music a lot. And then, of course, you know, we all love the Nas's and the Jay-Z's and stuff like
Right.
that. You know, Kendrick Lamar's a great artist.
Right.
You know,
When were you born? Like when Wu-Tang first came out, or like
you said what?
when were you born? Like when Wu-Tang first came out, or something like that?
To be honest, I was born in 91, and
Okay.
so I think you're gonna have to help me. When did Wu-Tang first actually
Like 93.
make noise? Okay. I was gonna say about 94, 95, but at the same time, you know, I was born right around that era.
Okay. Okay, so you was around a little bit to get a good feel of the 90s.
Yeah, I definitely was. To be honest with you, I have an affinity for 90s R&B.
Oh, really?
Because I'll tell you a story. You know,
Right.
my mama always smiles because she would be like, I would be like, Mama, put on your pretty music, put on your pretty music. And I would be wanting her to put on something like, for instance, like Tony Tone or Mint Condition,
Right.
or something like that. So as much as I love hip hop, you know, I'm pretty much rooted in a lot of different genres, and 90s R&B was like really amazing.
So tell me off the top, one of your favorite 90s R&B songs.
What is it? Breaking My Heart, Pretty Brown Eyes by Mint Condition.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead and let me hear a little bit of it.
Oh, I ain't singing that, man. Nah, to be honest with you, I sing for the church. I sing for the church sometimes and stuff like that. But you know, if it's outside the church, you might hear me sing a hook every blue moon, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna hear me sing like that.
So when you sing in church, do they say let them use you, or that's okay, baby? Which one?
It might be a little bit of both, man. Depends on what I'm trying to sing.
Okay. Yeah, you know, and then you greeted by the mothers of the church after, like, boy, you really sang something today. You blessed my soul.
Mm-hmm. All of that. I was definitely born and raised like in the church, though. You know, I wouldn't exactly say I'm the most righteous or religious man stepping the planet or anything, but I was definitely rooted in the church. And you know, one thing that they say in the word, like if a child is raised in that way, probably is not going to leave from that path.
Right.
But so far,
child in the way they should go, so when they're older, they won't fall far.
Yeah, I can't quote scripture, but I know it.
Yeah, I got you. So let's play this little game real quick, man. It's called
What's up?
So you have two choices. You pick one or the other. You can't pick both.
Okay.
We're gonna run through this real fast. All right.
Okay. What's up?
First one: Walmart or Target?
Walmart.
Oh wow. Okay. Power or Snowfall?
Snowfall, hands down.
All right. Money or power?
Money.
Okay. Ciroc or Douce?
Shit, that's a tough one. You said don't think about it too long. I'm gonna go with Douce. I'm gonna go with Douce.
Okay. Weed or pills?
Weed, definitely.
Okay. Shrooms or coke?
Shit. To be honest with you, I ain't never tried neither, but I'm gonna go coke. Shit.
Okay.
They used to sell it in Sears magazines. It can't be too bad.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Get your booty ate or eat it?
Oh, I'm eating. I'm eating. I don't play them games, dog.
All right. Drake or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
Okay. Saweetie or Ari Lennox?
Ari, definitely.
Okay. Michael B. Jordan or Kofi Siriboe?
I'm not familiar with Kofi Siriboe like that, so I'm gonna have to say Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. All right. Cool, man. Cool. All right, so let's jump into a little bit, current topic. just to get your viewpoint. I know you hear all the stuff surrounding this Travis Scott concert. So tell us what you think about that. From based on things you've seen, things you heard, whatever. Just kind of give us your input on that.
You know, I definitely believe there's not just like I hate to say it when people try to take hip hop and take it down and dumb it down to this thing that's incorporated by nothing but guns, drugs, weed, pills, this, that, and the third. If you think about it, anything that you can think about in the world has those dark sides to it. So of course, hip hop has its own dark side to it. So I understand that even when you talk about mosh pits or something like that, there were certain rules and stuff that even by the mosh pit world, there was certain things that were looked and frowned upon with the way Travis Scott does his thing. I will say the most disturbing thing I could think about it was just seeing the video clip with the people being carried out, and with him still kind of, you know, sitting up there singing or harmonizing or whatever the hell he was supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a disturbing video. And to be honest with you, you know, I just like I ain't got no place for it in the way I live my life, man.
Right.
With you. But at the same time, you know, to each his own, and to anybody who decides to go to a concert like that, I would say you need to seriously reevaluate yourself if you're thinking about putting yourself in that type of position, because you want to be at some celebrity's concert. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking at a video and I was wondering, was COVID still out here, or was it they're going hiding or something?
Right.
Whole bunch of people out there, bro.
Yeah. And I mean, we're getting through COVID, and you never know at the same time, but yeah, that's definitely something to be thought of, because this COVID thing, whether people want to believe it or not, is serious. You know, some people, they don't know how serious it is until they actually contract it. And then you hear them saying, you know, damn, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. You know, so I really feel like it's something that needs to be taken seriously. And you know, I understand why people wouldn't trust the government or the doctors on certain levels, whether it be, you know, things that you might study, conspiracy theories and stuff that you might have heard about when you got out of high school. When you go to learning about stuff beyond what they taught you in a classroom setting. But at the same time, you have to use common sense. You know, just because you're driving a car and you're like, well, I'm a good driver, that don't mean you don't put on your seatbelt, and it don't mean that you don't pay attention to what's going on the road. And just because you got a seatbelt don't mean that you don't have an airbag. And just because you got an airbag don't mean you don't have brakes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it, man. You know, I just feel like people need to use precautions.
Right. So you're down with the shot?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm down with it per se, but I mean, I feel like it is a necessary option. Like, when you study vaccinations, they first made mandatory vaccinations in the 1900s with smallpox. And if you study that history and why they did what they did and what they're doing, it's really no different, except we're in 2021 and now vaccines come about much faster. You know what I mean? And the technology is there. And I'm not saying it's 100% because nothing's really 100%. I could get a vaccine and be so worried about COVID and walk across the street tomorrow and get hit by a bus. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is perfect. And you never know how you're going to have to go when your time is called. But at the same time, like I said, you're going to take certain precautions to try to prevent that the best you can. So I say to each person, I hope they have their choice and they just do what's smartest for them.
Right. You know? Right. So you're not mad at Kyrie for making his choice, but are you mad at Rodgers?
I would say it's the only difference is I'm really not mad at either one of them because I can't judge what I would do in certain business situations. But I've never had that type of money or influence to know what I would do under those circumstances.
Right.
So, but at the same time, I will say Aaron Rodgers lied to the people. Kyrie didn't.
Right. You said you don't know what you would do because you're not in that certain circumstance. But do you feel that it's maybe a good idea what you would do being in your current situation? It's kind of like, if you want to give someone $1, why would I think you would give them 100 if you had it?
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm already vaccinated. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was sick a day after the vaccination. Like I said, I felt like crap. You know what I'm saying? But I bounced back and I've been all right. I've never contracted the virus. I still wear my mask where I'm supposed to.
Right.
Stuff like that. And like I said, that just brings me back to doing history about what a vaccine is.
What is that
supposed to do. Well, I mean, it's supposed to prevent. It's supposed to prevent you from. It's supposed to basically prevent humanity from what happened with a Black Plague or something like that happened a very long time ago that you don't hear about anymore. Because anytime something like the measles or smallpox or something like that comes along, we try to vaccinate ourselves and prevent it from happening. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the first car didn't have a seatbelt.
Right.
Sooner or later, after so many people go flying through a windshield, they gonna put a seatbelt in the car. Right. You know what I'm saying? It just comes with knowledge,
But do you think they put the seatbelt in the cars to protect the person driving the car or to protect themselves from getting sued by people who flew through a windshield?
A little bit of both. Okay. And that's the thing about living in America, man. That's why it's no really, I don't think it's really a right answer. You know, it's all going to come down to, because I mean, they could get sued for if they were denying people the shots and, they were only giving them to the rich, somebody could sue them then. But if somebody poor gets sick because of the shot, they could sue them as well, So, I mean, it's a two-edged sword, man. That's the thing about living in America, and then everybody has opinions.
Right. Right. So, just to switch up, how do you consider yourself a Black man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where does your take, or what would you say, is one thing that could make the Black community better?
I would say, understanding our mentality and why we have that mentality and using that to build upon our resources. I feel like in so many ways that we can get so carried away doing what we do on a daily basis and just, okay, we're in America, we're consumers, and we're just gonna buy up Nikes until we're content with life. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like if we actually understand why we feel the way we feel about certain things and then harness our resources as to what we could do to make things better. We may not be able to make things perfect because there's so much adversity against us. But I feel like is what we could do personally to make ourselves better. That's what we have to do. It all comes in self-reflection and a group focus. We got to be focused as a group the same way some of these other cultures are focused as a group. If we can take what they're doing and learn from it, maybe not mimic exactly what they're doing because it may not work the same way, but just look at it and like the Jewish community, for instance. Like if we could just look at some of the things that they did after the Holocaust and some of the things that they had to go through and how they stick together on certain things and harness their resources in certain ways, there's something to be said about that,
Right. Are you familiar with No Flaw TV?
I'm familiar with it. I'm gonna shout out somebody if I can, man. St. Pat.
Okay.
I'm familiar with St. Pat because I watched his No Fluff interview.
Okay.
That like I'm definitely trying to cultivate a relationship with him. Just because he's a good rapper, really good rapper. And you know, he's a good dude, which is a lot better than being a good rapper.
I'm noticing that too, man. I always go over people who keep their word. You know, integrity is big. So, he's always followed through with everything. And, I've been sending him some beats and stuff. So, we got some stuff on the way, man. So, yeah, man.
Shout out St. Pat, man. Most definitely.
Shout out St. Pat, man. Shout out St. Pat. So, No Fluff TV, it's no fluff, or what you would say is no cat. Just try to keep it honest. So I just want you to keep that in mind when we're going forward. It's no fluff.
Most definitely.
All right. So let me ask you this. Before I go there, why did you choose rap?
I mean, that's simple because I think I can rap. I'm very confident in my skill level when it comes to this rapping. You know what I'm saying? That's all it come down to. Right. I will say this. I was kind of taught how to play the piano and I was kind of good at it. Nobody taught me to rap. I just listened to my rappers that I like and learn from there. Okay. But I feel like I do it 10 times better than I ever played the piano.
Oh, okay. What is success to you?
Success to me is waking up and making sure my family is provided for.
Word. You got kids?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Got a girlfriend, boyfriend, what?
I have a fiance.
Fiance, okay. When y'all get married?
Hopefully next July.
Okay, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Yeah. So, what's one thing that gets on your nerve about your fiance?
Oh man, you done put me in the spot. Look. She's on the other side of the room.
No fluff, man. No fluff.
Oh, I feel you. I give you an answer though.
Okay.
Because I mean, I feel like it's something that a lot of Black men could relate to. It would be just more that thing of being able to communicate and listen to what the man has to say at the end of the day. Well, she does a good job of that. I just feel like,
Are you laughing right now?
No, I'm serious. Because sometimes you can listen and communicate well, but then when everybody goes on about their day, it kind of just flies right out the window and everybody goes back to doing what they was doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What is the one flaw that you have that you wish you could change?
To be honest, I still got like some character flaws that I'm working on that I feel like need to be handled before I really think, God gonna be able to use me to the maximum potential. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that might be something that God worked with me my whole life on, so,
right.
But I definitely try to work on the word integrity. You know what I'm saying? Being the same, whether somebody looking at you or not looking at you. Either way, just trying to keep that same stuff going in the direction that it's supposed to be. Like my integrity is definitely something I can focus on.
Okay. I respect that. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's play another game.
All right, what's up?
This game is how hip hop are you? I believe that you're like 30 now, right?
Yeah.
So you should be able to handle these questions. And so this is how it goes. You know.
Okay.
It's 5 questions, 20 points apiece. You get, I think I do 30 seconds.
Okay.
To answer the question.
Mm.
Got a bonus or 40 points. Hopefully, it will help you out.
Man, if you had asked me some shit from the 80s, you gonna have me up here.
I ain't
gonna me messed up,
gonna ask you about nothing before your time, bro.
man.
Be able to handle this. All right. Question number 1. The time starts once I finish the question. What Wiz Khalifa song was a hit on his 3rd album?
On his 3rd? Oh man. Is it Black and Yellow?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that one.
Correct.
There you go.
That was a good one.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't know that was his 3rd album because I listened to so many of his mixtapes, man. You know, he really been rocking since 03 for real.
Right. That's why it's a trick question. Yeah. All right. Question number 2. Who was the quick feature on Drake's Miss Me other than Lil Wayne? It's a very quick feature.
It had to be quick because I don't remember no quotables. Golly.
Yeah.
Oh, Bun B. Yes, sir.
Correct.
Hey, look, if I don't get another one, I got 40 points.
I ain't gonna lie.
Kind of hip hop.
I ain't gonna lie. All right, I'm surprised.
I'm
Okay.
kind of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Question number 3. What artist was sampled for Swagger Like Us?
Ooh, I can't remember that woman's name. Was it something Sky? Golly. It's I know it's a Hispanic woman. I can't remember her name though. I'm gonna go ahead and be real with you. I can't remember my name.
I'm gonna take the left or you want to just give up?
Yeah, I give her. I can't remember her name.
It's Emma.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give you 10 points on that just because you were headed in the right direction.
Yeah, thing is she had a cut. I know what song it was and everything. It was All I Want to Do Is Bang, Bang, Bang and Take Your Money. Like all that. I knew all of that. I just couldn't remember my name.
Okay. All right, so you 50 points.
Okay.
Doing pretty good, bro.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Question number 4. Name the artist that made Addicted to Money in 2018.
Addicted to Money. Was that a very mainstream song? You said it's no fluff. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that doggone the name of that song is so cliche. As far as hip hop today, it ain't no telling.
Okay. Time's up.
Okay. What's up? Oh, now I'm from North Carolina and I ain't know a J. Cole song. Now I ain't looking so hip hop no more.
Yeah,
I gotta go listen to it now because I don't
Here's
remember.
Here's the thing. The song is technically called ATM, but it's Addicted to Money.
And so, okay, that you got me with that one. That was a good trick question because, to be honest with you, when he dropped that song, that might be my favorite song on KOD. It might be. I thought that beat was fire.
Yeah.
I thought that beat was fire, and he killed that song.
Yeah, he did.
He killed that for real.
All right. So that was question number 5. My bad.
Okay.
Bonus question. For 40 more points. You got 50 points right now.
All right.
This one was worth 40 points.
A 90 is an A, so.
Right. What artist introduced the Neptunes to the rap game?
The Clips.
That's your final answer.
That's gonna be my final answer. Okay.
Incorrect.
Who was it?
Noriega.
Oh, for real? That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. Shout out to Nori, man. He be doing his thing with Drink Champ.
Yeah. Did you watch the Kanye interview?
I probably watched maybe the first 30, 45 minutes. I ain't get to the whole thing yet. He wasn't really talking crazy when I saw him.
You know what? It's not the talking crazy. It's everything else. Very in-depth, very deep, good, clear thoughts. And it's a whole lot of information that he put out.
It definitely is.
I say go look at it at least twice. And there's a part 2 coming out tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Definitely, man. All right, so here's original no fluff questions. So I don't do top 5s. I ask, what's your starting 5? Meaning you pick 5 rappers that will out rap another 5.
Oh.
Who is your 5? They don't have to have positions or anything like that. Just what 5 rappers can you pick that will out rap another 5?
Okay, do they have to be in their prime like right now?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go Jay-Z, B.I.G. I'm gonna go Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Let's see. I got two more. I'm gonna go Big Pun, and I'm gonna go. I want to get somebody new in there because I'm going to a lot of old school right now. Who's new that'll really take your head off though? You know, I ain't like you said. This ain't top 5. You just saying name some rappers that can really go. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw Freddie Gibbs in there because that's a bad boy.
Okay.
Hey, can I put an honorable mention in there? I know.
Go ahead.
I know it might be against the rule, but one of my favorite new rappers is Benny the Butcher. That's a bad boy.
The Butcher coming, nigga.
That's a bad boy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Who you think better than do you think Conway's better than him?
Oh man, you gonna really make me say my opinion on Conway out loud. Like I might, man, depending on how big your crowd is, they might attack me, bro. But no, I would say he's a very good rapper. I would say like his projection and some of the stuff he does with his flow, it reminds me of something that I've heard before. I won't say he's a generic New York rapper, but he sounds more generic than Benny. Like Benny just sounds original with everything he doing, like everything he put it together. Every time he put it together, like whether it's him setting up for a punchline or just anything like that, like he can but no, Conway is a rapping dude, man. Like he got balls for days and he can really put it together. But if you're asking me, you know, sometimes I'll be listening to one of their Griselda songs or whatever, and it'll be like, okay, here come Conway verse, but I'm really just waiting for Benny's verse to come on. That's just me because that's what I'm a fan of. It is what it is. So,
do you like that production that they use?
It depends. I don't listen to all their songs because I really think, to be honest, if you listen to a rapper and you say you like every song that they've ever made, like you can't name not one bad song,
right? You
kind of just riding the wave. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you really critiquing the music like that. You just somebody that when people cut on music, you're like, hey, there's some music, I'm gonna dance to it. You know what I'm saying? If you just whatever your favorite artist make, you just jam everything that they do. But some of the beats are a little too quirky for me.
Okay.
I like those beats that they have a lot of interesting beats that don't have percussion in them, well, don't have 808s and stuff like that in them. Like West Side Gun has a song called what's the name of it? I can't even remember the name of it right now, but like it's Buff versus Wires, for instance. That's a West Side Gun song, and it doesn't have any like bass in it or anything. It's just a sample and it's looping. And like, I like that. And then when they add the percussion and start making it just them grimy New York beats that just loop, and I feel like sometimes when I'm listening to some of their beats, I could rap for days, bro. Like I could just cut it on and just repeatedly and continuously make bars to the beat, because it's just it's so hip hop, like it's so New York, it's so gritty, it's so how it started. You know, it just make you want to rap.
Right. Where do you record it?
I've recorded with a couple of different people. I've recorded with one of my engineers who does Ice Fire Production. His name is Blue Ice. He does a lot of my mixing. Right now I've been mostly recording from home and then getting it outsourced to be mixed and mastered.
I'm gonna send you something tonight then.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. If you could describe hip hop with one song, press play, and this is what hip hop is to you, what is that one song?
To be honest with you, it will probably be the first track, either the first track or It Ain't Hard to Tell from Nas's Illmatic. Either New York State of Mind or Ain't Hard to Tell. Like to me, that like I feel like if hip hop had a heart, that would be like a beat for it. You know what I mean? Like if you just had to explain to somebody in Japan who never knew what hip hop was, you would put a picture of the Big Apple up and you play one of them songs and they'd be like, okay, that's hip hop. You know
right.
I feel like at its essence.
Okay. So tell us about your project you got.
Well, I guess right now I'll start with the one that I just dropped August 10th. It's called Carolina-Nopoly 2, the mixtape volume 2. It's actually out on all streaming platforms right now, and it's mostly a collection of old stuff that I was doing maybe between 2016 to 2019, and it's just you're gonna hear a lot of variety in that stuff. You're gonna hear a lot of versatility in that stuff. You're gonna hear a lot of different beats and a lot of different producers and a lot of different ideas. You're gonna hear a lot of different flows. You're gonna hear a lot of different cadences. I feel like in my future projects, I'll probably make them more theme oriented. But right now, I just feel like I'm still getting warmed up, just showing the people I can rap right now, you know.
Right.
And,
I just sent something to you.
Okay.
But cool. So we're just, we're gonna, try to, wrap this up right now. Is there anything that you want to tell the people?
I want to tell the people that I actually have a single that I'm hoping to drop either at the end of January or the beginning of February called In My Bag. Carolina-Nopoly 3 is coming next year. Carolina-Nopoly, the mixtape part 3. Be on the lookout for anything that I'm doing. You can follow me on, if you like any of the stuff that I talked about in this interview, man, I talk like this pretty much on my Twitter all the time, man. Follow me at JTM Social on any platform, and you'll see how I feel about certain things.
Right.
You can also enjoy my music on anywhere from Spotify to YouTube to Tidal most definitely. You can definitely find my music on all of that, and just be on the lookout for Carolina-Nopoly 3 next year, man.
All right. Is there anyone you want to give flowers to right now?
Most definitely. I already gave Flowers the one. Shout out St. Pat, man, because that's the first person I saw do a No Fluff interview. And then shout out to my homeboy. I don't know if he want me to call him by his name on here, so I just call him, shout out Grand. He rap with me sometimes. He dibble and dabble with rap. So, he been my homeboy since day one, and he's actually who put me on tonight for the interview, and I appreciate him and everything.
Oh, that's the dude that was texting me.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you the manager or what? He's like, no, I'm like, bro, I didn't know if he was mainstream or what. I'm like, this dude got someone contacting me for him.
It's he an unofficial manager. Look, that's been my dog, yo. If I, you know what I'm saying? If I could invite one fan to a concert, that'd be who it was. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he the one that's gonna buy the shirt. He the one gonna buy the CD. He the one gonna fly to come see the show, and he the one gonna rock it out. You know what I'm saying? If I had to fly out one person to do the show in front of, he the one that's gonna support. And I just appreciate him so much, man. I also want to shout out to you, man. You give a great interview. Shout out No Fluff, man. And that's about it.
So let me ask you this one last question.
What's up?
How familiar are you with the North Carolina rapper scene?
To be honest with you, I'm so busy with my career right now as far as outside of music.
Okay.
That I don't get to hit the North Carolina scene as much as I'd want to.
Okay.
But
because I was gonna ask you, who are you better than?
Oh, who am I better than? I would say I'm the baddest dude this side of Forsyth, Guilford, and Rockingham.
Okay.
You talking about putting a punchline and putting the wordplay into some music. Like, I don't know nobody who can put it together like me. But at the same time, everybody has they strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
But when you talk about that with me, I like I said, the way Benny the Butcher, like, he had a line in a song with him and West Side Gun or whatever. And he said, it wasn't the fact that he said, think it's a game till I Patrick Kane somebody's homie. That means sliding through with a stick, shooting one by the goalie. Like, he didn't just say that punchline, he set it up. You know what I'm saying? Right. And just setting that punchline up before you get to it is as nasty as the punch, and
right.
You got to be able to do that. You got to be able to do that if you're going to really consider yourself an MC. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just make music. And I'm trying my best to be an artist, but at my heart, I'm an MC. I can rap, and that's just what I do. So,
right. Well, yo, man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. You know what I mean? Much success to you. Like I said, I just sent over something to you, man. Just, send it back to me with the vocals, just the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
And then and other people, they're gonna hear what you gotta say, man.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out JTM Music on all streaming platforms. But I tell you, go to Tidal because they do pay the artist the most.
Yes,
so follow him on his socials. I have his socials on the screen. And until next time, peace.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.